Congratulations, fellow demons. You and your family have been selected to take part in our groundbreaking demon-human relations program. You'll be living among the humans and taking part in the pointless and highly stressful rituals of mortal life. Don't say I didn't warn you. Just FYI, they don't sell Fang Sharpener in the mortal realm, so make sure to pack a case. In case it wasn't obvious, each of you has a family role, parent, teen, or child. That role will affect what you can do around the house, so take note of it. And if you want to shake things up, use your device to change your look.
They came from down below to a modest bungalow, trying to fit in with us. Pitchforks in the pool, impropriety, life on earth is full of anxiety. All these human chores are exciting. Every day is a work, housework, jobs, and school. This daily torture school, still each week they jump into the fray. The devil's in the details every day.
As you're should we start with the orientation? If this is your first day above ground, I highly... Excellent. You're going to see a list of tasks appear on your device. You know, mow the lawn, muck out the gutters, stand in the garage and sigh. These are normal chores humans do every day. No one knows why. Complete these tasks and you'll earn points for the family score. Stairs will not be happy with you, or me. I suggest you work together to do as many tasks as possible. Some tasks require teamwork, so don't be afraid to yell when you need a hand. But there's also a prize for the individual that earns the most points. They'll be rewarded with a human-style trophy to lord over the rest of the family, the coveted World's Bestest Devil Mug. Last thing, tasks with this symbol are selfish tasks, worth a ton of points to those devilish enough to get away with them. Just saying. Got all that? Good. Now, let's see today's Human Chi-Town. A big budget movie is they're worth more points, and doing all of them is the only way to get a perfect grade, so don't screw them up. Game begins now. A challenge task has just appeared on the list. They're the most important tasks of the day, so grab them quick. A member of the family is asking for help with a task. If you need someone older or younger to help with the task, let your fellow family members know. A task for this week's challenge just appeared. Just FYI, the day's half done and you need to get your family score past the goal line. Work together to finish as many high-scoring tasks as you can before time runs out. The audience just added a task to the list. Better check on the cat. Another selfish act has begun. If I were you, I'd grab the task to stop it, or just publicly shame the perpetrator. As my study of mortals has taught me, a little guilt goes a long way. Almost time for bed. Last chance to earn points. You do know that sound means someone's being selfish, right? Just watching that was exhausting. Let's check your progress. Here's today's family score. You failed to reach the daily goal, which means more paperwork for me and a strongly worded letter for you. Are up. Turns out a family of cartoon devils isn't the viable entertainment property JAckbox Games thought it was. We are disappointed to report that you failed this human challenge. How about a do-over?
Next one. And again,
A challenge task has been added to the list. I hear the sounds of selfishness. Looks like the day's half done. I'd start plowing through those tasks if I were you. The whole family loses points until you do. Better hurry. Hello? The day's nearly done. Better finish what you're working on. Another day in the books. Let's see how you're doing. Here's your family score. Definitely room for improvement. Remember to pay attention to the tasks that are worth the most points and work together to finish team tasks quickly. Let's see who's pulling their weight. These family members did the most selfish tasks. Remember, selfish acts don't help the family and can lead to family emergencies that cost you points. If you see someone acting selfishly, grab the task to stop them. Unless you like pandemonium, I suppose. Okay, break's over.
Next one. Next one. And again, it's...
You can turn off tutorials in the settings menu. Fair warning though, you will miss me. You're halfway through the day. If you don't like your score, now's the time to grab some high-value tasks.
Next one. And again, it's...
Everybody pitch in to stop this emergency.
Next one. And again, it's...
The day's almost over. Finish those tasks quick. Another day done. Take a load off while we review your score. Here's your current family score. Not bad. Not impressive. Remember to pay attention to the tasks that are worth the most points and work together to finish team tasks quickly. Asks. It doesn't bother me if the most selfish family member wins. Just making a note of it. All right, back to it. It's the last day of the week, so pay attention to your score. If you don't reach this goal, you risk failing the week, and there is no retrying on the final day. Just between you and me, I'm doubling all the points today. Thank me later. Remember, completing tasks earns points for both you and the family, and tasks that take more than one person are usually the most valuable.
Next one. And again, it's...
I hate to interrupt, but the day's half done, and you need to get your family score at least this high. Work together to finish as many high-scoring tasks as you can before time runs out. These emergencies keep happening because people are being selfish, and you're all losing points each time. Am I talking to myself?
Next one. And again, it's next one. And again, it's
Time's almost up. It's now or never, family. All right. The week is over, and it's time for your performance review. Let's see how things shook out. Unfortunately, your 15 minutes of fame are up. Turns out a family of cartoon devils isn't the viable entertainment property JAckbox Games thought it was. We are disappointed to report that you failed this human challenge. Good job doing all those challenge tasks. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to save your abysmal family score. As for your individual scores, the most selfish family member won. I wish I could say I wasn't impressed. You might have gotten an A if you'd all been team players. But hey, what do I care? Let's hand out that mug.
They came from down below to a modest bungalow.
Before I let you go, I've given each of you an honorary family title based on your performance. Just tap the big button on your device to view and share. I'm told it's great for our clout score.
Welcome to the Scrolliseum. These talented trainers are about to face off to see who's the best at creating champion characters with unusual skills. Will the underdogs take down the heavy favorites? It's time to get champed up. In this first step, the trainers will be prompted to draw and name a particular type of champion character. They'll be equipped with 2 tools, a pen for drawing and a thick marker for coloring in. Once a character is drawn and named, it can be submitted. The timer's been set. Off we go. Seconds remain. Players need to name their character. The trainers are now moving on to creating a challenger. These characters will be the underdogs because their creators will see who they're competing against, but not what the contest will be. So they must analyze their opponent's unique skill set to create what they hope is a worthy challenger. Let's see the drama unfold. It's time to name those characters. Time for the main event. Here comes our first opponents. And in this corner we've got... These two will battle to see who is the champion of the economy. Holy fun! Some extra cash goes to the underdog. corner, we've got... They'll be facing off against... We'll decide once and for all who is the champion of going through something right now. Don't know. You can actually feel the stadium shaking right now. Now entering the ring. And opposing them will be... One of them will be crowned the champion of the basement. My goodness! The scales are beginning to tip. In line 27 versus... These two are facing off to see who is the champion of being rotten. Here we go. Wave the white flag. This one appears to be over. Simply going crazy for this trainer. Moving on, we've got versus. One of them will walk out as the champion of always running 5 minutes late. That'll leave a mark. Seems to relish this hatred. Make way for versus. Only one of them can be the champion of hedonism. Oh, it's too close to call. What a whack attack. Let's just say the crowd is not a fan of this trainer. Here's our next competitor. Versus. These two are competing to be the champion of the parallel universe. We're witnessing greatness. Oof. What a nasty... The crowd can't get enough. Up next. Versus... One of them will walk out as the champion of unearned confidence. This is what happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force. Well, the crowd is really turning on this trainer. And that takes us to halftime. Here are the scores. 20-second warning. Name those characters. It's the second half, which means it's time for the tag teams. Each matchup will include a surprise contest where players can tag out their characters. The bonus points are doubled and votes for both contests will be cumulative. Let's start things off with our first two fighters. One of them will be the champion of being a silly goose. Title up for grabs. The champion of unable to keep a full-time job. Will the trainers keep their characters or swap out? Turning. Their chemistry is off the charts. Two new fighters enter the ring. You will decide who is the champion of party cruises. We'll declare a winner after this next match. The champion of multiple pending lawsuits. The trainers have a decision to make. They're going to the bench. I don't believe... There's no I in team, kids. Only in kids. Here's our next matchup. My goodness! It's a scrawl brawl. This next contest could swing things. The champion of hunting humans for sport. Will the players tag out? Let's find out. Unbelievable! Back and forth they go. A tag team for the ages. It's time for our next bout. One of them will be the champion of West Coast Livin'. That's incredible. Talk about a case. What will the trainers do? Let's see. Who needs a teammate? Not this fighter. Here are the next two fighters. You will decide who is the champion of the Hootenanny. It's decision time. I would hate to be on the receiving end. They did the work of two fighters. Moving on. One of them will be the champion of conspiracy theories. Who wants it? Contest. The champion of not reading the room. Here we go. Holy smokes, I didn't see that. Nothing can stop these two. Up next, who is a champion of complicated board games? Oh, it's too close to call. And a champion of having exactly 3 friends. What will the trainers do? This needs to call it. What a stud! Moving on. One of them will be the champion of gluttony. It's anyone's fight. Kapow! That's gotta hurt. Here's the next title. The champion of having it all. It's decision time. Oh, they're pulling up. A solo victory. What a feat. And we have a winner.
It's time, you're the favorite crowd. Cheers, they can feel the drums pound like a heartbeat. Let's go. Time to compete, switch, slash. Now you're drawing, ding, ding. Time for brawling. Who will be the GOAT? It depends on the vote. Enter the stadium.
welcome to Talking Points. What an exciting lineup. Come on, let's get started. First, you're going to create original speech titles for each other. On your devices, finish the 3 speech titles you've been given. Fill in the blanks with something interesting. Feel free to go totally random or really personal. Don't forget, you have 3 titles. Very cool. Now, pick one of the titles that has been sent to your device. This will be the title of your presentation. Well done! You will be the first speaker, and you will be their assistant. What exactly are you going to be doing? Excellent mind question. As the speaker, you will be presented with a series of slides chosen by the assistant. When you see a text slide, read that text out loud as part of your talk, and move on quickly. When you see a picture slide, just say words until something makes sense. Also, you can draw and type on slides. These slides will be picked in real time by the assistant. You should always be busy using your controller to set up the next beat of the speech. You'll see the text and picture options that could follow it. If you don't think the setup text fits the direction of the speech, tap it forward or back to get new options. All speeches will follow this exact structure: quick personal intro, speech title, picture, text segue, picture, text segue, picture, thank you. Meanwhile, everyone else reacts to the speech in real time. Points aren't just based on value. How many times you hit the button is just as important. So hit them a lot. That's it. It'll be over before you know it. Assistant, go ahead and start picking that first picture. And speaker, don't forget. Okay, so half of your score comes from how many times people hit the buttons. Up, down, it doesn't matter. And the other half comes from the value judgments on the graph. You know how a graph works. Put it together, and that's your score. And of course, some points for the assistant. While the speech is still fresh in your mind, let's fill out the comment card. Write a quote you remember from the speech or a funny comment about the speech. On to the next speech. The data is coming in. As always, the ritual ends with thoughtful reflection in the comment card. You will? Let's look at the graph. Leave a comment at the card. And our next performer to the stage. Here's the graph. Witty comments time. Next in line. Let's see your graph. Comment away. You're on.